everyone, good afternoon. It's 1:15 in the afternoon. It's the first trading day of August. It's August 1st, 2023, and I'm here to do a recap. Sorry, my voice is kind of different. I have a cold running. So let's look at what I traded today. First is AMSC. AMSC is the best trade that I did today, and what I saw with AMSC is a textbook setup. So textbook setup here is, let's close this one and make sure that everything is visible here. All right, textbook setup here is you have a big gap up and it passed through 16.8. You have a rejection at 16.8 and then it formed a 9 EMA. So 9 EMA acted as a strong support there. If I zoom it, here you go. Alright, so it went to 9 EMA. 9 EMA acted as a strong support. I went long at the body of this candlestick and I covered my position there. Now it tested again that level, that 9 EMA, entered again because I got stop out here. So entered again to the long, cover here, and trailing my stop, and I was all out. So even with that very small move, that move already was able to give me a 1600 to the long side. It had that consolidation before it tested that level again at 16.8. 16.8, we were looking at this one thinking whether it's a good short just because there's a massive long bias here because it's up by 47.8. I did not dare want to step on that front of the train to short it. So very high risk there. That's why I did not short it, but just that long was able to give us a 1600 there. So that is the AMSC trade. So textbook setup there. So next one is CCL. And with CCL, this one was also an easy trade. Textbook setup as well, just because it is a reversal setup. So you have a gap down here. It's now down by 4.5%. It was part of our gap down lists. And it had that test at the VWAP. Once it was above 18.4, got a massive move to the downside, looking very overextended here. So I waited for a reversal. Sure enough, when we have that first sign of reversal, that hammer, I waited for the confirmation. So above the hammer was when I started to build up a position. So long here and then trailing my stop. I got stop out at the first sign of reversal and then it still moved there. But with that, it was an easy move just because it's a textbook setup. Was able to get 270 with that. Next trade was the JetBlue trade. JetBlue is a long and a short trade. So what JetBlue did was also a textbook setup. You have a massive gap down here. It is down by 7.2% right now. You have a test of the VWAP, was able to break down below VWAP. We have the 9 EMA there, which is going to be a good place to short just because that would be a good place. Now it's going to be the ceiling or the resistance. So reverse with the strategy with AMSC. So at the sign of rejection, which is the VWAP, or the VWAP is right here. You have the 9 EMA. Above the 9 EMA is your stop loss, and entry is below the body of this candlestick. Shorted it there, right it, and was able to capture this move. I was all out at the first sign of reversal before it did move still, but with this move to the short, was able to get 240 with that. Tried to long this one. So first sign of reversal here. So above the candlestick, I went long, trailing my stop, and got stop out at this first sign of reversal because of that VWAP rejection and was all out before it moved right here. So with even that little bit of a move here and short right here, was able to get to the long 80 to the short of 240. So that still is a decent move considering that that was is a trade book, one of our trade book as well as an A+ setup there. So next trade is Next trade is NCLH. NCLH as well is a good mover here. It was less risky because it's a trade book setup. So you have a gap down right here, massive move to the downward move, rejection at the VWAP, and then waited for a sign of reversal. So you have the hammer right there, went above the hammer right there, which is the first sign of reversal. So started long here. I was a bit short at this reversal because I was in the middle of CCL. And CCL as well as NCLH are in the same sector. They are in transportation. Travel sector now is getting the beating. I'm not sure about the news, but just playing it based on the technical level. Same with CCL. NCLH had that huge gap down as well as sell off after that VWAP was rejected, and first sign of reversal right here was a bit late to the party. That's why I have a tight stop loss, which I got stop out, and that stop out was, let's see, to the long. I was trying to long this one. I got a loss of 190 because of that, just because of that being late in the trade, because I was in the middle of CCL. And then I reversed my position here to the short because now we have that textbook setup as well. You have the first sign of reversal here, so short at the first sign of reversal, so short right here, and trailing my stop. So got stopped me out, but still was able to move all the way down below the VWAP. But that move right there was just enough to give us a profit of 300 to the short. So that is the NCLH trade. Next one is NEO. NEO was the big missed trade today, mismanaged here. So with NEO, we have a huge gap down here. The daily is the one that really caught my attention here because NEO at the daily looks very weak. So you have almost a looking doji here. It opened below the doji. So my thought process is it has the potential to go down. Yesterday was, the doji could have been a good pivot point there to the low, but did a couple of trial and error to NEO today. So with NEO, a big gap down here. I shorted it at the first sign of weakness because this one was already had a massive move at the first candlestick. So a big rejection there at this price. So that's why we do have that wick. So I shorted it there, added to my position, keep adding, and I got stop out. We shorted it as well because still that high of the day at that time is acting as a very strong ceiling. Shorted, stop out, shorted, stop out. A couple of stop out with this. So this is the one that gave me a big loss. Another short, got stop out again. That one I was shorting it because now we have formed first, second, third, fourth top right there, which it still squeezed me. So that still got me stop out here. Now, I look at the tape as well as the level 2. It is trying to close green for the day, trying to close and test this level at 15.3, which is yesterday's closing price. But when I saw that it did not have a momentum to even go closer to 15.3, that's where I started to short this one, added to my position. So now I am green to this trade, but not yet able to dig myself out of this mess. So I added to my position here, just trying to capitalize on that move and just trailing my stop here. First sign of reversal, which is this little wick right here, I got stop out, but it still moved below this S4. But I got stop out here, so this move right here, a little move compared to the big move that happened here, which was a loss. So initially I had, I think 1600 loss there, but was able to cut it into half, which is like 850 loss there. Still was a loss, but was able to manage my position there, and yeah, at least lower it down to a more manageable loss there. And then PLTR was just consolidating here. What I saw with PLTR, that's the reason why I shorted this, is this. PLTR, you have first top, second top, third top right there, big volume bar every time it touched 20. So at first, second, third, fourth top there, that's the time that I shorted it, and then just trailing my stop. This one was past 12, so I know that one is just a scalp trade because I did not want to stay too long for that trade, so I can start my recap. So what I did was tight stop loss right here, 20.05 to position. This is the first position added, partial here, moving my stop loss lower than my break even, and this one was actually a break even, and I got stop out there. So with that little bit of a move, that one was just $62 there. And that's the reason why it's very important to get that stop loss, just because now it's just squeezed in. But I am out of that trade. Next one is Riot. Riot is short and long trade. So with a long trade with Riot, it was a very easy trade because we have a gap down, and then it has that massive move to the short. Then at first signs of reversal, which it created this wick, so 17.10 acted as a very strong support. I went long and just trailing my stop, got stop out right here. When I got stop out right there, I thought we are heading lower again, so I flipped my position to the short and I got stop out here. So with that short flipping, I got a loss of 45 because I got stop out. Now I saw that we were still topping out there, so I reshorted it, added to my position, was able to capture that little bit of a move. So the last trade with Riot was at the S4. I saw this wick right there, which is a very bearish, shorted it there below the body of this white candlestick, covering my position, and with that I was able to get a 900 to the short side. Let's see, was that a short? Yeah, to the short side was 45. This one was a little bit of a move there, so was initially a bigger loss there, but was able to dig myself. So just a loss of 45 to the short and a gain of 900 to the long. And that is the move that I was able to capture, this move right here. So yeah, the easy trade happened here with this giveaway of this very big wick, and was able to ride it there. So that is the Riot trade. Next one is TGTX. TGTX was a very hard stock to trade today, just because it is down by 48%. It is a big gap down compared to the consolidation here. So that's what I saw. Daily has this big consolidation. So and it opened right here. So very short bias, but with that overextended move, sometimes it can be a bit risky as well. So it's down now by 48%. So big gap down, short bias here. Looking for an opening range breakdown here. Got punished there. Got stop out here at the VWAP. Shorted again. Was able to capture that little bit of a move, but was a FOMO there because it went all the way to the low of the pre-market and the low of the day now. So this move was a loss. This move was a little bit of a gain, but with that little bit of a gain, I'm still red by 700. So, and then it just acted into a consolidation. So I did not re-enter that, but still was a red trade there at 700 for TGTX. Next one is the Uber trade. Uber trade was a loss of 300, and Uber was trying to long this one. What I saw was a massive move right here to the downside. So big rejection at S3, and we have this first low of the day, second low of the day, third touch to the low of the day. So at first, what I did was, this is making a double bottom, so I long it at that first sign of reversal. Wow, SPY is heading lower now, so everything is getting pulled. That was my first entry, added to my position, and I got stop out. So that trade right there was a red trade. And then after that red trade, what I saw here was this big wick right here. So we went below the low of the day. That could have been all the stop loss got hit by the market makers, but got a shoot all the way up right here. That's why it developed that wick. Buyer step in, so bull step in. So that's why I step in as well. Would like to monetize on that. So short here, added to my position, trailing my stop, and got stop out at the loss of that 9 EMA before it tried to reach that 47 level in the VWAP. And now we have that rejection, which is creating now the low of the day here. So with Uber, this one was a loss. Have a little bit of profit right here, but still with this loss right here, ended up still a red with 300 with Uber, 300 to the right side. But yeah, story today is stick to your A+ setup, stick to the trade book setup, and once that trade book setup forms, then that's the time to really capitalize on those moves, because those moves will come as long as you are patient enough to wait for those moves. And that's how I was able to trade AMSC with this big move right here. Also with CCL with that reversal, as well as the JetBlue, which is that 9 EMA to the short side. So with that, I am ending the day green at 1367. It is a little bit of a longer trade than usual, but I'll take what the market is giving me. SPY right now is down by 0.35%, but look at how ugly this moves is on the SPY, because we're just in the VWAP right there. It's just not going to be, it's hard to make money out of that consolidation. That's why you have to look into stocks that has a catalyst and go from there. The most stock that has a big catalyst today was that ASMC, because right now it is trading at 38 million volume there. So yeah, a lot of retail traders is playing this, and that's a good thing about having a lot of volume, lots of liquidity there, lots of volatility. Bid and ask, your level 2, your tape is more reliable because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If all the retail traders are waiting for that setup to happen, then again, self-fulfilling prophecy. So with that, I am going to be calling it a day, and thank you so much for watching. For those of you guys who have questions, please feel free to email me, and check our website out if you want to learn more on how to day trade for a living. It is really a game changer for me, just because you get to trade a couple of hours a day, and you don't have to be stuck in a 9-to-5 job. So it just gives me an option, and yeah, it is a good way to start to get some option at this point of the year. And if you do have that curiosity on wanting to know more about day trading for a living, then check our website out. It's called eCourse Unlock, and with that you'll see even our day trading syllabus as well as our recap there, the services that's offered. We have more than 50 hours now of content of this e-course that is there. We do have chapter 11 here, so this one we just need to update this one. And if you want to just download our 20 pages PDF file, one of our top trading strategy, which is an opening range breakdown as well as break up, then click this link. It's free just for you guys to check if day trading is for you. So with that, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll just keep my station up for now for those of you who are still trading. So thank you, and we'll do this again next time. And yeah, happy trading. Bye for now.